Hey guys, it's Miss Backus again. Just kind of coming to you with a little quick tip video on some more note taking strategies. So, here is just a common chart that I've decided is the best way to kind of put in all the information on the different types of volcanoes. So, the second day that you kind of take notes, and as you get started with this information, you might want to go through doing this. But I thought, of course, with my love of stickies, I've created my chart to be the same width as sticky notes. So as you kind of go through, you can see how I did that. So, and the reason for that, I'll show you in a bit. But as you go through, you want to make sure you have the shape or the form, the type of lava or the eruption, the location and example of where that volcano might exist in the world. We have the different types here: shield, cinder cone, and stratovolcanoes are the same. This is the same word meaning the same kind of volcano. Composite, mid-ocean ridge, which we've already talked a lot about. And then supervolcanoes is optional. There is also, I think you'll come into contact with a type called caldera, which you can put as well. But these are the three most common here. And then, of course, the mid-ocean ridge. And then, for extension, if you want to go, as I'm sure you all will, be interested in supervolcanoes. So those are hot spots under really thick crust. So we'll talk about those as well. So as you're going through and making these notes, if you want to leave these squares blank and do your notes on sticky notes like this, then what happens is later on is you can kind of quiz yourself by taking these off, maybe taking a photo of them before you take them all off, and then putting them back on. So this then automatically becomes kind of like a tutorial or like a make your own study guide. So of course, that's why I always love sticky notes, is because you can kind of create a way of deciding, oh, do I know what goes where? And like I said, of course, before you're finished with it, make sure you take a picture of it so you know where those belong. So most of the stuff in these squares can fit on a little sticky. So if you have some, this might be a good time to pull out your little baby mini stickies. If you don't have some and are interested, you can also just do these on different pieces of paper and just put a little piece of tape up there and then just remove them that way. Or you can cut up bigger stickies into smaller stickies and use those as well. And then, of course, you're not just using the full sticky, you're only using part of it. So I hope you find this helpful. And this chart is just a really good way of kind of compartmentalizing, but also comparing the different types of volcanoes. I think you're really going to like what we're studying because it is all about different types of explosions and eruptions and all the different volcanoes. And there's reasons why they have eruptions the way that they do based on what they're created and how they're made. So this might be a good example of how you might want to set up your notes. A good reason for all you kinesthetic learners and visual learners, you might want to think about approaching your notes this way. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial and this quick strategy. Some good pro tips on using stickies later on to not only just create a secondary study guide, but to make your notes a little bit more kinesthetic and to help you understand the information more later on. All right, thanks. Have a great day.